Songs of Solomon, chapter 4. Crazy over you. Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove eyes within thy locks.
Hi, this is Anthony and my wife Geneva. This is where our story starts, Denver Health, 2011.
Oh, so we're sitting here at Denver Health in the waiting room, and this is like where we met each other. I was here in 2011 taking care of my son that was in ICU, and I was here 3 or 4 days out of a week, and I'd go back to Leadville and back to work, and this is where I met Anthony.
Like she says, it was 2011. It's already been 8 years, and it just like time flies. But I was also here. I was with my mom, and me and my siblings would that alternate. We'd take turns being with my mom, and we'd spend the whole night. And after a couple of days, I really started noticing Geneva here. And then we began talking, and it went to the point, I'd go home and shower, do whatever I have to do to come back to the hospital. And I stopped knowing she'd be here. I'd stop off somewhere, and I'd grab a cup of coffee and a breakfast burrito or whatever. But this ended up probably about a week later after this all took place to ask her for a date or a cup of coffee, and we went off to Winchell's.
During one of the nights when we would talk in the waiting room, he asked me what I wanted in a man, and I said, I don't want somebody that drinks, and a bike is a plus. So the day he asked me to go out and have breakfast with him at Winchell's, he asked me, do you have sunglasses? And I looked outside, and there he was on his motorcycle, so I knew he's probably the right one for me.
I seen Geneva, and she had a really big love for family. And like she said, she liked motorcycles. And when I was a kid, I used to go up to the mountains all the time with camp and stuff, and her family likes to do that, so it all came together. I was saved for about 15 years before I met Geneva, and I thought I was half spiritual, but the Lord used Geneva to put things out of me. I've used words in my vocabulary that I haven't used for a long time, but God had chosen her to grow me a lot. The book Famous says, "Lest two walk together in agreement." And we ain't always in agreement a lot and stuff, but we're learning. We're learning how to walk with each other and talk each other and do things right, and to set our pride aside. I have a problem with pride at times, and she does as well.
After my son got out of the hospital, I went back to Leadville, and we still continued talking, and I said, I'm not going to do a long-distance relationship. I couldn't do that, coming over the mountains in the winter time and stuff. So about 2 weeks after we got home from the hospital, I got laid off from my job. And I'm like, okay, God, he has such a sense of humor. Later on, about a month later or so, I moved down to Denver with my brother, and we continued seeing each other, and the rest is history. We're together, but we always try to go by the verse.
James 1:19 it is. Quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. There's challenges in being married and stuff, but like I said, we continue to fight forward. And I appreciate each and every one of you who are part of this life group. It's a blessing to see what the Lord's doing in your lives, and to see that we're not the only couple that goes through things.
Yes, we just want to thank you for Brian and Norma for always being there for us, and for all the life group people that are always there, and we always share with each other what we go through, and that's a blessing. So thank you, life group.
Thank you.
The plan of God is so great. Just wait. You'll see.
We're at Denver Medical Center, and this is where our story began. Denver Medical, or Denver Health Medical. Denver Medical. That wasn't good, was it?
Should we look like into that little mirror? That little thing?
Just look into the.
Yeah. Oops.